Good day, traders. I trust you are well and you are enjoying making money for trading. I share with you in this video one of my best trades and its price action setups for the week ending 28th February 2025. My name is Dr. George Nyabadza. I'm a price action trader trained by Al Brooks himself. Done his course. I can't remember how many times I read his books. I don't know how many times. And I take all of my learning and I bring that into the market as I trade. And the goal of this show is to show you exactly how I do that. So let's have a look when I really enjoyed this trade as it unfolded. This is the NASDAQ 100. That's a trade I took just 24th February yesterday, Monday. After the sell-off that took place on Friday, and I was in the market wanting to see if the bears will have followed through. Now, I am based in Central Africa, so I trade the London session as well as the first couple of hours of the US session. So the London session is a primary session for me. And then, of course, all the way to the end of the London session, which overlaps with the open of the US markets. This was the first candle of the London session, small doji, and then bears followed through the second candle. And that moment, I thought, well, if the bears are strong for Friday, we're just going to sell off and go beneath this red line is my marker for the low of the previous day. In this case, that is the low of Friday. But we didn't get that. Instead, what we ended up getting was this structure, which I'm going to interpret for you as I did as the market was unfolding. We had a large double top, this high, which is the high of the London European session, which also happens to be the high of the day as I was trading it, with a double top, large double top, high of session, high of today. That's what that means, those small acronyms. So the bears were pretty strong. They stopped the bulls from going any further up, as you can see with that price action. But in that price action, something else, a few other things that I saw, which gave me some sense that the bears were pretty strong. We had a wedge test, 1, 2, 3 of this lower high. Now, this lower high did not lead us to a new low, so it's not a key level, but it's a lower high after that high of the session, and the bears had a chance to accelerate down, which they didn't. Bulls, tried to break out to, of course, a new high of session, high of today, but they failed. So wedge test started giving me a sense before we even got this macro double top here that perhaps the bears are strong and they're going to defend lows they created on Friday. Now, I didn't know what would happen when we end up with a trading range day, high possibility that could just be a trading range day, or at some point the bulls keep trying, eventually they break out to a new high, or would the bears take over? And this time we're getting pretty close to the open of the US markets. It's about 30 minutes to go when we had this large double top and the wedge test of the lower high. So then when I saw this micro double top here, which is the high of second high of the large double top, which also is a failed breakout above the wedge top, just gave me greater assurance or greater support that the probabilities may just be staking up in favor of the bears as we go into the open of the US market. So nothing for me to do. When I'm trading, I'm trying to get into always in long positions. I'm not a scalper, so scalpers would have found many ways to get. I'm not a scalper. I'm willing to see setups that can give me swings that I can ride for as long as possible. So going in, this was the very last candle just before the US markets opened. So my lockout time, this was 16:25. Markets open 16:30. The US markets open 16:30 with that candle coming from the micro double top. I was observing quite intently. I was disappointed in my bear case that the bears didn't follow through strongly right into the open of the US markets. And that tail at the bottom, just confirm 1, 2, 3, wedge bottom, failed breakout beneath the double bottom. Just really left me with a bit of doubt. What are we going to get? Are we going to end up, bears trying and failing, bulls trying and failing, And then, probably just end up a bit of a trading range at the open, bearing in mind I'm only working the first couple of hours of the US markets, which takes me up to 6:30 p.m. my time, present time, perfectly fine to call it a day and so that's what we got. And then in came the first candle, US open first candle, which created a lower high double top with that large double top. And beautiful high test candle. I was concerned, with that tail at that point. I thought, well, the bears are strong. This just give us a decent candle closing, decisively beneath the lows of that. But that failure just caused me to kind of wait a little bit. But I was happy with the bear case. And then I said to myself, if the bears are strong and can follow this candle through with a bear trend candle, I am going to jump into the market and just decide where I put my stop. You can put your stop here if you want to. You can use a much wider stop, measured move of that candle. That's really up to you and your preferences. So anticipating everything set up, ready to go, we got that second candle, bear breakout below the high test, which is also below high double top. Immediately I saw that, George, you are into the market, let's go. Got ready to sell as soon as we got the breakout beneath here. I like to sell breakout of things. So as soon as we got the breakout of that, I was in the market. Now, while this had taken place and I saw that, I thought to myself, well, the bears are strong. The way that I look at the market from the London session, we have the high of today, we have the low of yesterday, previous day, which was fine. The bears are strong on the breakout beneath here. They at least want to go for a measured move, trading range breakout, just acronyms that I use from the high of today to the low of yesterday. That would be the objective. That's why I'm taking that trade, ready to manage it if it fails, of course. As Al says, get out quick if things fail. There's no point waiting to see my stop getting hit. But I wanted to see if the bears are strong enough to follow through. Remember the big bear day on Friday, to follow through the breakout on Friday. And maybe get to the measured move. So I'm in the market and we get that, that was a bit disappointing. As soon as I came to the market and I get the low test and I was like, oh, come on, man, so quickly. Give me a chance. But anyway, be that as it may, I didn't do anything to where my stop was. I was comfortable with it. We still had the first candle bearish with the second candle bear trend candle. This failed breakout. Had it taken out that high, I would have been quickly out of the market. But they failed to take out that high, even that second candle. So when I saw that, I thought, well, let's wait a bit and see what happens. I think I should put my stop down and talk. After this happened, outside candle tails on top and below. So I carried my stop down in case we had a failed breakout. Then I got this gift. I was very happy with that bear breakout below low of yesterday. Now, I'm saying to myself, the probabilities are really stacked up in favor of the bears, that whatever happens later on in the session, they at least want to get here and test the measured move of the breakout between high of London session, European session, and low of yesterday. Beautiful bear breakout. As soon as I saw that, I said, well, I'm going to scale into the market, get into the market, sell again and use an appropriate stop, but sell again and see, if I get a little bit more to this measured move, this candle itself definitely have at least one-to-one reward risk to get to that. So happy to scale in to my trades. First trade, well managed now. It's very small risk by the time the stop was there. So prepared to scale it a little bit more. Then I got that fantastic reward. Didn't want to jump in here, pretty close to the measured move. And I had one more big candle. And I thought to myself, well, the bears with this failed breakout below the measured move trading range here that we have, this is an exhaustion gap. So bears are exhausted. Doesn't mean, of course, that the bears are done. They're just exhausted and will come back in at some point later on. Then I saw the bull low test signal. I said possibly a major trend reversal, that this whole thing could reverse to some point. So having banked some decent profits, I decided to get out above this bull low test candle. In fact, what I did at some point was a beautiful bear candle, and when it started to fail, and I thought, well, if we start to take off the high, that I'm going to get out. That was at the point with which I got out. And this is what we eventually got. So pretty happy with the trade management of it. Now, here is the proof. As I like to see, I like to coach, I like to show my actual trades. These are actual trades, real live account that I trade, not a demo account. Markets from MT4, so that's where I got in the first entry. That's where I got in the second entry, and that's where I exited, as I told you. And I'm pretty pleased that I got out there, because eventually, if I'd hang on, my profits would have been erased. So guys, my name is George Nyabadza. Once again, as a trader and a coach for almost 15 years now. I think that's what it helped by that name thing. But as a coach for almost 15 years, I like to use real life trades results in my coaching. And this trader practitioner channel, for those who are actually trading price action trades, designed to assist you master price action trading through reviews of real trades based on strategy length from the book's trading course. And I use data from my broker's MT4 platform, real money, as I showed you, to discuss the trade's price action setup, as well as trade management. As I also discuss some of my trader psychology during the live trade, how things are unfolding in my thinking. If you've got any questions, you want me to clarify any of the setups, I'm available via the chat box. So here's my request: subscribe now so you receive notification of my next free release. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is George, and this is dedicated to discussing trading based on price action as taught by our books. Thank you, guys, and we'll catch up again in my next release.